Well, hello, everybody. I'm Al. Welcome to CiNEMACHiNE. I'm here with Ryan.
Howdy.
I'm starting to get my feelings hurt because only one of y'all show up now, and y'all take turns. They're like, oh, we just can't do it anymore. So, yeah. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good, man. Watching this Field of Dreams game. Kevin Costner out there giving me the chills, doing his speech. It's great. I love it.
Good Lord. Gravy. Yeah. My dad texted me earlier. You got to watch it. It's historical. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not historical. It's a ploy for somebody.
Fan, it's pretty fun.
It's not historical though. It's
sure.
It's a ploy for Major League Baseball to get you to actually watch baseball. That's what it is. It's the MTV Movie
in a really
Awards.
Cool way.
But I'm just saying they're so desperate. They're like, hey,
cornfield.
let's do it in the middle of a cornfield.
So just stop it. Go on to the next thing.
They need
follow us.
So here, let me get my job out of the way so I can watch this game.
Hit the subscribe button here on YouTube and the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the videos that we put out. Also, give us a follow on Instagram at CiNEMACHiNE. We're always talking movies there. And we also have a Patreon, and that's patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNE. And we appreciate all the support we get from all of our patrons.
Well, we have an announcement, everybody. Brandon has decided to leave the show.
Not by his own accord.
Yeah, his internet chose it for him. So no, he's going to be here. Hopefully, he's fighting the good fight. We saw the messages that he had to go back and forth with these knuckleheads that run his internet. We won't call out the company, but it is real sly the way these people are going about it. It's just like
it's aggressive.
Then Brandon's like, I need to speak to someone higher and find out he's talking to the owner of the company. So Brandon's trying everything he can.
Royston.
He's a little bummed out, but we shall.
He's not actually leaving the show. He is coming back. He's just not here right now.
Yeah. Well, he did say the other day, y'all might have to find somebody else if I don't get better internet, which we would never do. I don't think Ryan would be like, I'm out. So
say one more thing you don't like about this Field of Dreams game, Al.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to be the one against sports since Brandon's not here. I got to fill that void. Yeah. So hang on. I'll be Brandon for a second. Hang on 1 second. Let's see. Let's see what can we do here. Okay.
What are you looking at?
Okay. Say you're watching that game again.
I'm watching the Field of Dreams.
No, and I don't care.
Oh my gosh, it's like he's in the room.
I know, it's just like he's here. And then he just awkwardly smiles.
Yeah. Really delayed though. His internet's so bad.
Yeah, he said he couldn't even tell last week. So all right. Well, moving on. We hope that Brandon's here momentarily. We love the guy, so of course. But hey, I used to have bad internet. I understand the fight, so I get it completely. Ryan, what if I told you I had some bad news?
I wouldn't be surprised.
You're a fan of the Coen brothers, right?
I am, yes.
And you would say that when you hear Coen Brothers movies coming out, you're like, I'm interested without even seeing the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What if I said there's no longer going to be a Coen Brothers?
That would suck.
Yeah. Ethan Coen has decided to take what they're calling a sabbatical from movie making. Now, Joel.
He'll be back.
I have a feeling too, but Joel was noted as the actual director because there was a rule on like contracts or something like that in Hollywood to where they couldn't both be on the ticket, like on the credits for directing for some time. So Joel took the directing, like kind of claim, in the credits only, from their Blood Simple, their first movie, up to I think it was Lady Killers. So quite some time, the majority of their career, just up to about, I don't know, what, 10 or so years ago. So I hope that this dynamic, being broken up doesn't kill the greatness, but they do say they have a lot of scripts that they've written. They've got a lot of scripts in the bag already, and don't know if they're good. They could be throwaway scripts. Who knows? But
I think
who knows
that these type of people will get drawn back to their work one way or another.
I do too.
You've got to imagine.
Too. I mean, he's, they're one of the best directors or movie makers, if you want to call it that, units, but I don't want to say teams because there aren't too many teams. So that kind of, but I would say just filmmakers in general, they're one of the best, whether that be team or solo or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it doesn't do anything, because I love now that Joel.
Would you say you're nervous?
Well, you got to be nervous about your damn kid.
Brandon lives. If we had Brandon's funeral, sadly we couldn't play music. We just have to play drops and Creed.
He would
music.
love it.
We'd play Creed music and drop.
I mean, he'd be dead. He wouldn't know. He'd be dead.
Yeah, he'd be dead. Yeah, he'd be dead. Oh my gosh, he is risen.
What's up?
Not much. You're already delayed. We were just talking about your woes with the internet. So, Brandon, how do you feel about the Coen brothers? Ethan taking a sabbatical, and Joel's going to be directing still, but Ethan's going to take a sabbatical. Now they've got scripts in the bag, so.
No, and I don't care.
Oh my gosh!
Al played that one earlier.
Yeah,
in your stead.
I played that one for you as Ryan was talking about baseball.
Yeah.
Ryan is
he was you.
Ryan, as we're on the show, is actively watching a baseball game right now. And I went against the baseball for you.
I appreciate
Brandon,
you.
Yeah, I mean, it was my symbolic way of just like pouring one out for my homie. You know what I mean? So we were just talking about if God forbid you die.
Pouring what out, Al? A liquid death?
Liquid
beer?
death. Call me if you want to sponsor me. I like your water.
So hipster.
So anyway, no, I had this when my mom came to visit. She was like, "What are you drinking?" I'm a grown man, Mom. I drink whatever I want.
She saw that.
She sent me to my room.
Motorcycle.
I know what I want.
And she was like, "That's beer. It's definitely beer."
Yeah, she sent me to my room in my own house. That was fun though. My mom and my grandmother and my mom were here. I was like, "You're under my roof. You're gonna live by my rules." I did that old joke, and my mom was like, "Oh no, can I just drive home now?" So,
go see that fly.
So,
we watch The Shining every night before bed.
Yeah,
At my house.
In this house, it plays on repeat. Well, speaking of The Shining, those knuckleheads
what
over
a
there.
segue.
We had pretty smooth segues going.
And then
prior.
Brandon showed up and started calling them out.
The Bad Robot
Sorry.
folks are trying to get a Shining TV show made, and they went to HBO Max and tried to do it there, and they said no, thank you. And now they're still shopping it around. I really do hope this doesn't make any. I think this is going to be like one of those Clarice type things where people are like, it's just dead on arrival. I'm just gonna kind of pull out like seriously 1, 2,
How many do you have? God,
3.
Remember when Brandon
this
was
freaking
like, hey,
fly
can I
is
buy one of those
annoying the
from
crap
you?
out of me.
And Brandon was like, and you were like, no, you can't.
Yeah,
I need
Brandon
all
was
of
like, "Hey, man, I had one of these, and then I had all these." And Brandon was like, "Because these are ultimately the same. Oh no, these two are the same thing. It's just there was one's a still book, and I really didn't want to still. I don't like still books, but I got it because it's shiny." And Brandon was like, "Hey, can I grab one of the 4K from you?" And I was like, well,
grab it as in purchase it from you. I wasn't
purchase
gonna
it. Yeah,
take
he wanted to buy it. Yeah, no, and I was like, hey, you know, I was trying to be like, yeah, I was trying to make those words come out of my mouth. Yeah, man, no problem. And Brandon picked up on it very quickly. I'll just buy a copy from somewhere else. so it
I
went south
did.
very quickly. Yeah, yeah. This movie is precious to me. I love this movie. I have the vinyl coming in from Mondo here soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't want them to make a TV show. How do you guys? I mean, does that make sense to you or no?
Does it make sense that you're nervous?
Well, you got to be nervous about you damn kid.
Played that one for you earlier too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you got it again.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Sleep a lot, and that was enough for me. I don't need to see a TV series. Of The Shining.
I don't know, Brandon. What about you?
I mean, it like anything, it just depends on what they're doing. I'm not one that's like so beholden to certain things. I'm like, don't do this, don't mess with my childhood, that kind of thing. And I just watched this. I watched The Shining last year, so it's definitely not like I liked it a lot, but it's not something that I'm like, you can't touch this ever again, kind of thing. So.
I hope they do a Shining TV show, and every episode is the bathtub lady.
Ugh.
It's like
Or the bear in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
it seems like it's going to be about the hotel itself.
It is. It is. But still, that's the thing. This is lightning in a bottle. This isn't something that. All right. So Stephen King, I don't know if you guys know this, but Stephen King made his own version because he hates this version of The Shining. Hates it. And he and Kubrick did not get along. And Stephen King was very vocal about hating this version of. So I don't know, maybe 10 or so years, maybe 15 years ago or something like that. He made a made for TV version, but it was all like straight from the book, and it was garbage. It was absolute garbage. And now there are a lot of people that hate the movie that love the book. It's one of those movies. But this, I'm not going to say, I love the book or what. I've read the book. I don't love the book.
I've read a book.
Yeah, I've read a book.
I haven't. I'm just kidding. I've never read one.
But no, I just don't think you're going to catch this lightning in a bottle a second time. This was like perfect performances with arguably the best director of all time. That's not me arguing that. That's just like all the big dogs. They argue that all the time, that if he was or isn't. And that's the thing. I don't think you're going to be able to catch this. And I think that if they just go and do like a creepy hotel show, they'll have better luck than throwing the Shining logo on it.
Yeah.
I feel like people are, you know how
what you watching, Ryan? What are you watching? Something's
Field of
got your
Dreams.
attention.
Oh, did y'all say something?
Shining.
Shining TV show. So the thing is that, you know how everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people say they have superhero movie fatigue. I think honestly people have fatigue of remakes at this point as well. I think they want something more original. People are wanting more original stories. Is that just me, or is that being Al, or is that something you guys feel as well?
I mean,
I like both. I don't,
Yes.
I don't know.
I want both. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, the whole remake thing is one thing, but this, I don't know if this falls into a remake. I don't think it does. Definitely kind of going back to the well, I suppose.
I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, yeah, I used the wrong words. I apologize. Sorry.
Yeah,
Kill
it's
me.
okay. It's all right. No worries. But I mean, it's, I'm, like I said, well, as far as this is concerned, I'm optimistic. But the weird thing is that it was from Bad Robot, which is J.J. Abrams' production company, and that HBO Max turned it down, which is maybe telling. So, if it gets picked up elsewhere, we'll see. But I can't imagine another if it gets picked up by a network, like a cable network, I don't have any faith in it.
I could see this being an FX type thing.
FX could probably do something good with it.
Aren't they the ones that do the? Is it them or AMC that does the American? Was it American Horror Story or whatever?
Yeah, it's FX.
Yeah. I watched once. Well, I watched half a season of that, and I was like, "Oh boy, it's like this is not for me. This is for like a certain like generation. Like I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, all right. So
You have to get that drop too.
didn't Bad Robot, being they, have a show that kind of failed on HBO, Lovecraft County? And that did
Lovecraft County.
Country. It was
country. Well, they wrote it county here.
I feel like it was pretty highly or well received. It just didn't get renewed for, I don't remember what the rationale was. I never watched it, so I didn't look into it.
Yeah. So that's I'm looking at the comments down here, and that's what people are going on about that show. Maybe that's why HBO didn't want to be burned by them again or whatever. I don't know the reasoning. I didn't watch that. But whatever.
I don't know.
Please don't
I mean, I think Bad Robot, I don't think that they would, because they made this first look deal with Bad Robot and J.J. Abrams a couple of years ago. At this point, I don't think that one show, not like them not picking up another show, a show that was reviewed very well critically, maybe didn't get the viewership. That show also seemed like it was pretty expensive to make too, just based on the stuff that I've seen of it.
Honestly, don't even remember it.
Oh,
now I see. Okay.
But that could play a part into it. Maybe it was a budgetary thing. I don't know. Or maybe it just wasn't up to snuff. Who's to say?
Not us. Well, other people that are going back to the well, Tim Burton, okay, that's a good name, is going to be making a Addams Family a Wednesday Addams show, but it would be around the Addams Family, and some casting for that, which the photoshopping on Luis Guzman is great there. But Luis Guzman and Catherine Zeta-Jones are going to be the Addams parents, Gomez and Morticia. I think that's a home run for both of them, personally. I'm very interested in this. And you have Tim Burton, which is pretty spot on for that deal. But at the same time, it is kind of like, all right, do we really need more Addams Family? Because they have it seems like they're always trying to revitalize that, like, I guess, IP. But I mean, it was a series and a movie, then the two movies in the 90s that were great. I love those, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think people have, we'll just use it, why not, Addams Family fatigue at this point?
Well, I mean, they are doing the animated features, and there's a second installment of the animated one
Yeah.
coming out. I don't know at what point it may get kicked down the road again, but we watched the animated one not too long ago with Luna,
Mhm.
and we also just watched Addams Family Values maybe a month or so ago.
It's a fun
with
movie.
Luna. Yeah, it was good to return to. So obviously, I have like those versions of those characters are my versions.
Yeah.
But I think for a new generation, for especially with like you were saying, like with
Not my Morticia. Is that what you're saying?
no, I like Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I love Luis
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Guzman.
Okay, guys.
I haven't seen. Is it Guzman or Guzman? I don't know how you say his last name.
Guzman.
Guzman.
Luis
Guzman.
Guzman.
Okay, that's not the most
That was the
out there.
roasting thing ever.
Guzmanadu. Ah.
Guzman.
So how many books have you not read?
Still 0. I'll give you a minute.
Thank you. Guzman. Gremlins. Brendan's like, come on, internet, screw up now.
Make it as un-Hispanic sounding
Here,
as
Brendan,
possible.
I'll do it for you.
Why are you the way that you are?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh boy, that was good. All right, proceed. I'll keep it together.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
Louis Guzman.
I was just gonna say that I like him
Yeah, I like him
a lot, and haven't seen him in much lately. So it'll be good to see. I think he's perfect for this role, and it kind of gives me an indication of the tone. Having him involved, kind of implies a little bit in terms of the comedic tone. But yeah, and then Tim Burton's involvement is exciting. I always root for Tim Burton. I haven't liked a lot of his stuff lately, but I love his kind of his style, his artistic direction. And you can always you know tell when there's a Tim Burton movie coming out, like just visually. So this just seems kind of ripe for him to do something cool. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, is that gonna be on Netflix?
I believe so. Yeah.
That might, Netflix sent me an email the other day. It's been 92 days, Al. It's like, all right.
Would you come back for free? What if we gave it to you for free?
Please just take us back, please.
They miss you.
It's like Jack Black in the Tropic Thunder. so anyway, well, I am excited about that. So I mean, I don't know, Ryan. I will say this: I did watch the black and white. My mom was a big Nick at Night person, so that would come on occasion. It wasn't like a nightly thing. I found that, and what was the other one? The Munsters. I found those shows to be disturbing, just because it was just I was a kid and I didn't understand what was going on. They were not scary, but they just made me feel kind of icky. So when the 90s movies came out, and they had MC Hammer music and stuff like that involved, I was like, all right, this is the jam. And I remember after I saw the original Adam's Family 90s.
They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, live how they want to live.
Yeah, exactly. That's Brandon Duncan, everybody. That was a great. I had that soundtrack. But we went around trying to do the thing, like trying to figure out how they did that. And we went around filming our hands and trying to cut our arms out. Like we didn't know about green screens, so we're too young. But oh my gosh, that was
those
so much
effects
fun.
still hold up pretty well.
Very well.
Movies.
Yeah, I watched it probably a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, and the original. I didn't watch 2 wherever it was streaming. They only had the first one, and yeah, and I actually, looking back on it, Christopher Lloyd as Fester was such a crazy choice because he's so skinny and everything, but that makeup was great, you know. So
yeah, he's perfect.
I mean, one of the best character actors of all time. I'm gonna throw it out there. That's I mean, still scares my nephews. My nephews still get scared at him and Dennis the Menace. So, so it's
he's great in that.
Yeah. So
great.
I have some news, guys, from my neck of the nape. The Criterion is taking on a whole new arena. They're coming into. Oh, there you go. Basement Blues is here. Are you looking forward to the show or the animated sequel, Tony? But and Tony's here. We can celebrate together. Not only are they releasing Citizen Kane on Criterion, but they're doing it in 4K, full 4K, and Mulholland Drive. Oh my gosh. The show. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. But yeah. How much are you looking forward to this right here? 4K. I was on a show last night over at the Movie Geek.
So much.
No,
this much, Al.
A bunch. But no, I
I
was over on the Movie Geek show last night with Bernardo and some of the folks that were on the round table and some other folks that I just met last night. And we were chatting about this. And, you know, I go after the Criterion. Yeah, they are exciting. Very exciting. I go after Criterion when they're on sale because they're usually at Barnes & Noble anyway. They're usually $40 for a single Blu-ray. So you get it down to $20 for half off sale. So we were trying to debate how much these are going to be and how much people will actually buy these for, how much they'll actually value.
Hell, boys.
Did Alan get Nani's account? It sounds like an Alan comment. Hey, boys.
Hey, Nani, how you doing? I don't know what we did to you, Nani.
You listen to too much Brandon and Alan.
Yeah, Guzman. So
Guzman.
We were trying to debate how
and listen to that.
Yeah, if it's only a $5 raise that people would pay for, if they would pay another $10 or $15 for a 4K. So if you guys over in the comments would,
it's going to be at least $100 knowing Criterion.
Well, the thing is, Criterion's not that much everywhere. It's just at Barnes and Noble that it's that much. It's like maybe like $32 most places, you know. So, so they knock it up. Yeah, I mean, you know, for a good movie, for the packaging and everything they surround it, I would say so. If it's a movie that you really love, but I will say this: I've only purchased one Criterion full price so far, and that was just because I wanted it at that time and I couldn't wait for the sale to come around. So, anyway, I think that when this comes out, guys, I will buy the Criterion. I'll buy a round of Criterion. I don't care. that's when we can do the Citizen Kane
Until
review
you see that it's $100.
with Mank.
Then you'll care.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane and Mank. I think that would be a good double feature. Also, I think you guys should see Mulholland Drive. Sadly, I just bought it on Blu-ray this go around. So,
What makes you think we haven't seen Mulholland Drive?
the way you just said it,
Exactly.
Mulholland. Is that where Louis Guzman lives? This is fun. I'm glad you showed up, Brandon. So anyway, I know you guys are super stoked about this, Brandon and Ryan. Just tell me. Don't hold back. Just tell me how excited you are.
I'm so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm this much excited, Al.
There
This
we go.
much.
There we go.
Are we still talking about the 4K thing?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to go to a different story.
I will
was
in
waiting.
a little while.
After you answer the question, he will.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah,
know.
sure. I'm excited. Why not?
Okay, there we go. All right. Ryan and I, a couple weeks ago, went and saw The Green Knight. But on August 18th, for one night only, you can pay $20 and watch it at your house. Thanks, 90G. Hell to you too. So, no, The Green Knight, you can watch it at home for $20, A24 screening. So you have to go through their
I
screening.
think it's what you get, like 48
4
hours
hour
to watch it.
You get
Oh,
a
it's 4
4-hour
hours,
window to start it. And then I think you have, it would be appropriate for it to be 24 hours.
What's up, Brian?
What's up, Ryan? So yeah, you would have that window of time to watch. But Ryan, you gonna pay $20 to go see this without champagne next to you?
Ryan, no likey.
I'll gladiator that.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll probably watch this. It's amazing, one of my favorite theater experiences.
Well, that Ryan liked it.
Well,
Yeah.
Ryan, I
We need
don't
that Ryan on the pod.
go back to last
Ryan
week's
that
episode
liked
and
it.
listen to mine and this Ryan's experience in the theater, and you'll understand. I'll just sum it up with this: we had knuckleheads with champagne, a bucket of champagne, like maybe 4 seats away from us,
It was
just
a
like
five course feast that they were
yeah,
eating,
and they
so
had a
maybe.
line of waiters and waitresses that just stood in front of the screen. So I do want to see it again. I think, like I said, I think the experience may have kind of hindered my enjoyment of the movie. So I'll watch it again. I don't know if I'll watch it here. I think I'll probably just
If
buy
I
it.
watch it again, it'll be whenever it comes out on.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I've got too many Criterion that I'm watching right now, so I don't know that I have the time to watch again right now. So, so Brandon, you gonna watch since you're not able to go to the theater and see this right now?
Well, you guys sold it so well for me to check it out. No, I'll see it. I still want to see it, but I'll just wait until it's on Blu-ray or something. Pick it up, rent it, do
It's
something.
not bad.
Maybe just do a
man. Don't
rental.
let us. Yeah, it's not a bad movie.
It's not terrible. That's basically what Ryan just said.
And Brandon
I mean-
is frozen.
in that position.
Yeah.
So, hey everybody, we're gonna start a crowdfund to get the town of Royston better internet. That's what we're gonna do. $6 million, and we can run fiber to Royston. So
6 million. Just only 6 million.
Well, there's only-
we can raise that.
there's he's trying.
Hey, he's back.
Not really. Uh-oh. It's like the Zapruder footage.
There we go. 90G's willing to invest. So.
Thanks, 9G. We really appreciate. We're gonna have to do that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a telethon. Oh,
we got two Brandon.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. That was terrifying.
How is that one even still in there?
I don't know, but I love it.
Well,
oh gosh, please, Elon Musk, help me. Pray to him every night.
So everybody, Brandon is on the beta team for many different internet researchers out there. So
before the show, he's currently going out and he's got a ripcord motor that he pulls to get his router going before the show.
Yeah,
it's gas. It runs on gas.
Yeah. Terrible. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. I know that we should probably just hold a telethon. That's what we should do, and have that be the
well, if it requires internet, I probably won't be a part of it.
Strong with Brandon. How's it going?
Yeah. Well, I'd actually thought about just driving to the coffee shop and just getting on my phone and just being part of the show in my car.
Yeah, I'm on a podcast, bro.
It is ridiculous. I apologize.
All right, Brandon. It's okay. Anyway, all right. So let's move it along. So let me ask you this. So while you're using internet, does anybody else in Royston get to use internet, or
it's like a Christmas vacation thing?
Well, I sent out ravens this morning to everybody so that they would know not to get on.
Exactly. He spanked the horse, and the horse like with the messenger on it. No, Royston's not that bad. Everybody, Royston's not that. They just have bad internet. Royston's actually got a lot of good folks. All right, so let's talk about something that is original, that has been along for a long time, and that's South Park. South Park creators have been signed to a new deal worth $900 million for 5 more seasons. Oh, and 14 movies. So 900 million. I love that picture. I can't say that I watch South Park like now, but I used to love it. I didn't tune in every week, but I loved it back in the day. I'll watch a clip from time to time now. They do have great social commentary, but $900 million. Good for these guys, man. They're still saying whatever they want to say in the climate that we live in now. Are you guys South Park fans?
I never got into South Park. Just nothing.
Yeah, I've watched a handful of episodes, but like,
yeah, it's about how I am.
You know, it's not something that it's kind of like it falls into the same category as like The Simpsons for me. Mm-hmm. I just never. Yeah. I've watched a few episodes, or like Seinfeld. I know y'all like Seinfeld a lot, but like just some of those shows that are like very popular that I just never latched onto or wasn't played around the house. This one wasn't allowed to be played around the house, so that was most of the reason why I didn't watch it.
I was gonna say, I'm sure your mom loved this show.
Well, I mean,
but
whether
I do give them kudos for
there you go.
Basically, doing what they done.
That's about the same for me.
However many years it's been. I mean, this show started when I was in middle school. Did you lose me?
It's been on for 30 years or 30 seasons.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
30 seasons. And have you ever watched the little behind the scenes of how they make an episode? Mm-mm. Oh man, that's That's super interesting. But I mean, just their soundtracks and their songs and everything. I mean, they write musicals. These guys are some of the best artists out there today. I mean, they really have dabbled in every single arena, and they've done it very well in every single arena. So kudos to them. And they just don't care. And that's how I think more artists should be. What do you know? I don't know.
It's true. I mean,
Brandon, I want to
good
make
on
some
'em.
of your dreams. I want to make some of your dreams come true, Brandon.
You giving me
Brandon-
internet?
Brandon has a dream of better internet, spiked hair, and Adam Driver movies. And Quentin Tarantino wants to make one of those dreams come true. He wants to make Adam Driver as Rambo.
I'm surprised you didn't Photoshop a red head.
Yeah,
there.
I'm surprised.
It's a red lightsaber,
So I don't need to ask Brandon if he would go see a Adam Driver Rambo movie directed by Quentin Tarantino. I would go see it just because it was Quentin Tarantino. I don't think this would be a good thing. I don't think this is going to happen by any stretch of the imagination.
This is one of those like spitball random questions that pops up in an interview where he's like, "Yeah, I'd do Adam Driver and Rambo would be kind of cool."
That sounds like a terrible idea. It doesn't sound great. Rambo was. I mean, nobody else can be Rambo besides Sylvester Stallone. I mean, let's just put it that way. And,
except for Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philly, he can.
I'm coming for you. I'm looking for Murdoch. I remember. Oh man, I want to go on a rampage and watch Rambo, like all of them back to back again.
Don't watch the last one.
That movie is just goofy fun. Like I said before, it's Home Alone for adults. But yeah, the first Rambo is one of those movies that I could watch probably 5 times in a row without being tired of it. The second one has a good. I think it's the second one that has.
Let's put that to the test.
You want me to watch it? You want me to watch it 5 times in a row? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Live stream the whole thing.
Live stream the whole thing. Yeah. Nobody wants to watch this for an hour. You want people to watch me
watching Rambo
12 hours. Yeah. No, I don't know. It sounds. It's. Here's the thing. I think Quentin Tarantino. I think he's like he knows people are going to ask him this question because he's got his big final film coming up and everything, and he's just like, what's the weirdest thing I could say today? I want to make a new Care Bears movie.
He probably
he's
he probably just
everybody.
does whatever just so that he knows the headlines will come.
Anything that he says gets
well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'll watch anything with Adam Driver, even him as Rambo.
Well, you'll be happy that he wanted John Bernthal as the main villain.
And Ben Affleck.
In what?
Be the cop.
Rambo.
Oh, this is hypothetical. I thought you were saying something serious.
No, never. Very.
I got
rarely.
you. Sorry.
All right. So let's get to one more story here, and then we'll talk about what we've been watching and what's coming out and everything. So Margot Robbie and Tom Hanks, we already announced Tom Hanks, are going to do the Wes Anderson's next film. She's a good actress. A lot of times a pretty woman gets noted as a pretty woman in Hollywood, but she's actually a really good actress on top of being a pretty lady. But I do get nervous when big time people get into like the more indie atmosphere.
Well, you got to be nervous about you damn kid.
Because I got burned
No
with
one never
cigarettes.
gets old.
So anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm not nervous. I'm excited, but I do get a little trepidatious when.
Now you got to find one that says trepidatious.
Yeah. Why are you trepidatious?
What do you got to be trepidatious about?
You need to dub that in over for next week.
So, anyway, I am a little trepidatious about whenever like Tom Hanks. I just never forget it's Tom Hanks. That's the thing I'm saying. So, Margot Robbie, I feel like I can forget it's her because I did with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I don't know. I know you guys aren't as big a Wes Anderson film fans as I am, but does this make you want to go see a Wes Anderson movie?
Well, it's a start because I like to look at Margot Robbie, and if she's in a Wes Anderson film, then
She makes me feel funny.
Like when we used to climb the rope in gym class. Yeah. No, I mean, here's the thing about Wes Anderson. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of his movies overall. I appreciate him as a director. He's definitely got a unique style. Similar to a Tim Burton thing. Like anytime you see a Wes Anderson movie, you know it's Wes Anderson.
Yeah, very much.
But I watched a Wes Anderson movie this week that I'll get to later, actually.
Oh.
So,
well, let's go ahead and get into
yeah.
that. Let's talk about what we've been watching after
well,
Ryan
actually,
tells us.
let's wait. One thing I wanted to hit on. This is from my pops. The
because we know he's
director of
watching.
Real Steel. Yeah, because we know he's watching. I've talked about this on the show before. For whatever reason, he loves Real Steel. I don't know why. He says it's his favorite movie. And I sent him this article this week. I was like, don't get too excited yet, but cross fingers. So he's really excited. He's like, when's it coming out? And I'm like, well, we'll see. Hopefully it happens for him.
Song in there.
He's got advanced tickets that don't even exist yet. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched it recently. It's a solid movie. It's the kids loved it and my dad. So it's got that going for it. But yeah, had to hit upon that because it's going to be old news by next week, and I don't think it's going to happen. But sorry, Dad. But maybe it will.
Yeah. Well, we can hope that your dad finds a movie that he loves that much. All right, let's talk about what we've been watching. Ryan, what's something you watched this week? Because God knows that you watched a lot. You told us that you watched a lot of stuff.
I watched.
So, Brandon, if you want to take a break and save the internet, you can.
Yeah, for real.
A good idea.
I watched basically all of the DC EU movies except for Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Yeah, there you go. I watched all these.
Good gravy. Why do you hate yourself?
We are going to. Brandon and I are going to be doing a ranking of 1 through 10 of our favorite and least favorite of all these movies. So I was kind of rewatching everything.
There's 10 now?
There is. What else did I watch?
They limped to that finish line.
I watched the Woodstock documentary that you guys watched.
I started that and I couldn't get through it. I couldn't make it 20 minutes past the beginning.
It looked like the apocalypse. They made it look like the apocalypse for sure.
Yeah, I could see they were going to go that route, and I was just like, it just wasn't that bad.
And they did my boy Freddie D real dirty, you know.
Everybody blames it on him. Everybody threw him under the bus. And the thing
maybe
is,
the people running the disaster of an event.
Yeah. Well,
Fred
I mean,
Durst is an idiot. That's what the guy that put the show together.
Yeah,
really?
He's an idiot.
Yeah, I guess you're an idiot for putting him on. But I mean, the thing is that
Fred
he was
Durst
there to
being Fred
entertain.
Durst.
I like that Jonathan Davis stood up for him pretty much. He didn't,
that's
he didn't
good.
stand up for him by name, but he stood up for him.
You know the guy with the red hat? You know that one?
Yeah.
He's all right. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's usually backwards.
Speaking of,
I don't know.
Speaking of,
And then-
Ryan, you went to a concert this week, didn't you? Didn't you go to a big concert? We actually got some.
that's some professional editing you did there, Brandon. It's a good job.
Oh, thanks. I showed it to.
Thank God you couldn't hear what we were saying when you played that, because right when you clicked it, I said, "Oh, I love NSYNC," and then they go Backstreet's back.
The kids on the street are gonna get you for that one. Oh, light him up in the comments, everybody. So that's on the
Everybody.
that's on the drop board now. By the way,
It's actually on there twice now.
okay.
'Cause I loaded it earlier, and I guess Al just loaded it himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's for real. It's 100% for real.
It looks real. That's for sure.
No,
It
it
might
is.
have been a
It's
stain
as
in one
real as
concert.
Brandon not watching RoboCop. That's how real it is. So, 100%, it's real. That's him bro hammering to the Backstreet Boys. So,
What else?
Yep.
I watched.
I'm just kidding.
I watched Val. Have you guys watched Val?
I haven't watched it yet. Oh, I haven't
Gotcha.
watched it yet. I haven't had time to
Not
watch it yet. I'm looking forward to it, though. They're back again. You're right, Nani G.
It was good. We'll hold comments until
I'll try to watch it
You
this
see it,
week so
though.
we can talk about it next week. How about that?
Well, comment. You got to comment on it. Brought it up.
I just said it.
All right. What was a better documentary, Val or Woodstock 99?
This was better. The other one was more entertaining because Fred Durst was in it.
No, good Lord.
So
Yeah. I swear I tried so hard. I was like, oh, I'll watch this. And it was like, I don't know. It was weird because from the jump, I could tell that they were going to go that route. And then when they had the Carson Daly stuff come up, I was like, ugh. And he just lied about the whole thing. And it just, people were mad at them for many reasons, not just what they were trying to say they were mad about. It was because we went into town and they were like, oh, this is happening. And it wasn't happening. And we were just all like tired of him and everybody at MTV. Kurt Loder, I used to think Kurt Loder was so cool when I was a kid. And then when I saw him not like I met him or anything, but I just saw him from afar at Woodstock, I was like, oh God, just they're making it all up. You enjoyed Val? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it this week. I want to watch that. Yeah, I had my mom and
I wanna
grandmother
see
in
it too.
town, so
It looks really
I
good.
didn't have time to watch it.
You don't
I
have
will
any
say it
overall
wasn't-
thoughts, or did
it's
I
not
just
as,
miss it?
It's not as like emotional as I was expecting, to be honest with you.
Okay, good. That's good. Then that probably frees up 90G to watch it because she was saying just isn't in the right mental space. So, all right, let's move over to Brandon. Brandon, what'd you watch?
Well, I teased this earlier, but we sat down and watched the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, really?
With my daughter this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch it on Criterion?
I did not.
It's a great movie.
I prefer the regular Blu-ray transfer.
What, the cuss?
The bit rate. The bit rate is just better. So no, I'm just kidding. It was cheaper.
I played it on Laserdisc. So yeah, it's a great movie and it's very quotable.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. And Luna's been telling the nephews about it, so we're gonna watch it again with them. But yeah, I'd never seen it. It's been one that it was on my list for a while, and I have a deep appreciation for this kind of animation. So I want to see the Isle of Dogs as well that he did.
That's a good. I know you have problems with dog movies, but you should be okay with Isle of Dogs. You should be good. But you're welcome to borrow my Criterion to watch it the second time.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Can you can I borrow it without the sleeve?
Dude. As long as you wear white gloves and sanitize. Yeah,
Okay.
you can borrow it without the sleeve. By the way, I got
Brandon, let
vindicated
Luna play
again
with it.
last night on the sleeves. I was vindicated again. Thank you very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Vindicated.
I literally held it up. I held up one of my movies, and they were talking about how their corners get dinged and stuff. I was like, well, this is how I prevent blah blah blah. And they were like, that's a really good idea. I was like, yeah.
Did you send them your video of how you put them in the sleeves?
No, but I told them about the guy's comment. I told them about the one.
You lift the plastic.
Yeah,
and you slide the video in, and then you fold the plastic. And here is a completely inserted Blu-ray.
So there was one comment on that video that the guy said, "Thanks for making me watch thanks for making a whole video about just putting stuff in plastic bags."
So great.
And I was like,
I laughed so hard when I saw
that is such a good comment. I can't even be mad. I thought it was hilarious. So then recently somebody else made a comment, like that video is a few weeks old, but that somebody else made a comment and it was like, movies that you don't even watch or something like that. And then somebody else came up and said, are you serious? like they were like taking up for me. They were defending me. I was like, I'm not trying to cause any controversy here. So I'm just showing you how to preserve your movies. So that's all. Anyway, so the movie was
We made
good.
it. Drama in our comments.
Yeah. So we've made it. So so you like the movie. What else did you watch, Brandon?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I mean, right now we talked about Suicide Squad on Cast, so I won't touch on that. I enjoyed it overall. I think Ryan has soured on it a little more.
Oh yeah,
since then.
Nani did
But,
comment on that video. That's right. Thank you, Nani. Respect.
Yeah.
It's
You
gonna be
could have at
Fantasy
least done
World.
some like.
What?
Yeah.
You could have done what?
You could have at least done some like ASMR vocals or something on it just to make it even better. Would have really just sealed the deal. No pun intended.
I think.
But yeah, so
Like a David Attenborough voiceover.
yeah. What else have I watched?
I can.
Well, I mean,
right now.
That's okay. We're good.
Okay.
We started back on Sopranos.
Yeah, boy.
And we're 3 or 4 episodes into season
Pine Barrens
3.
yet? No.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I think it's the 11th episode.
It's never gonna live up to it now.
No.
No. Well, to be fair, the show hasn't yet, but
That's good.
It's just
shit.
a really funny episode. It's hilarious. That's all. It's not like
It's a knee slapper.
Sure. We're kind of, Melissa and I are kind of like, I guess we're not hate watching it. We're more or less just like, we're kind of watching this like we watched Friday Night Lights, which was, there are bits that are carrying us through it, but some performances, some characters, but there's a lot of like unintentional comedic stuff that we just kind of make fun of while we're watching. So that's
Like
getting us by. Just dialogue, some performances are kind of cheesy. Although the mom is dead now. I
was about to say she's not going to be on there much longer.
Yeah, well, so her last scene of the show, I looked at Melissa. I was like, I don't think she's in this scene
because of the face floating on the screen.
Yeah, I was like, I think this is repurposed footage.
Yeah,
and so I looked it up, and I was like, yep, this is repurposed footage.
She died unexpectedly in real life, and they had to finish her arc. So,
But no, like there's just things that are just
Yeah.
like some choices that are made that are a little
We gotta synchronize out.
comical.
We're gonna start a support group.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called the Gabagool Group.
That's what Al does anytime you talk about something he doesn't care about. So I get it.
I care. I just don't like how you're saying it. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what you are?
What?
You're difficult. Really difficult.
You-
You're a difficult man.
Yeah.
You are.
So, well,
Yep.
well,
So we're still trucking along. I'll let you know when we get to the Pine Bear. Listen, I'm not like talking crap about it. Overall we're enjoying it, but not on the level that you guys enjoy it. It's a little different. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't care if it's not your jive. I think I'd be interested to hear what you think about the Pine Barrens episode. It's so good.
yeah. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Al's like, you're just wrong.
wrong. I have to get that drop.
All right. Did you watch anything else?
How about you?
That's it.
No. Actually,
Okay.
you know what? Yes. I did watch something else, Al. Thanks to you. Sat down and watched this gem of a movie this week. It was so great.
So let's tell the backstory. Years ago.
So this thing where he likes to get my daughter Luna the worst movies he can find and give them to her for special occasions because he knows that it's just going to be torture for Melissa and myself. So you know what's funny about this? We got down into the theater and Luna was like, I want to watch that movie that you always say no to whenever I pull it out. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, it's something about it's something about ugly something. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, babe. I was just playing dumb. Yeah. And she said, it's the one that Mr. Al gave me. I was like, oh, all right, fine. So it's just her and I that watched it. And
Al, you have a newspaper to hold up? Is this actually live?
This is I don't know what to hold up here. I'll hold up. Here. I'll hold the phone about that. See what time it is.
You really don't have to. I was just making a joke.
So hang on. This all started with the My Little Pony movie that Brandon had to watch like 4 zillion times.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of FU text messages because she was super young when I gave her that. And I think they had to watch it back to back, like a marathon of just this one movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luna.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we watched that one and hopefully
thank you, Nani G. You support my evilness, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you're an extra.
Weird.
The season is amazing and it is worth the wait. Can't wait for everyone to see it. Nice.
Nice. I'm excited for that one. Super stoked.
Brandon's a huge
for
Stranger
Things.
When does it come out?
Yep.
October.
Got a little 11sies right here.
Is it? It's next year, isn't it?
I thought that was Sinead O'Connor.
It can be.
Isn't Stranger Things next year?
Is it next
Nothing
year?
compares to her.
Nothing.
I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, 2022.
Okay. All right. Well, that's awesome. Good for you being an extra. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris,
I'm excited for Stranger
Chris
Things.
got contacted again this week to double for Jeremy Renner and Hawkeye. Turned it down. They keep contacting him.
You're the
Pretty
only
hilarious.
short person we have on the list. We need you.
Well, that's cool. Well,
Playing hard
I
to
watched
get.
I watched a couple things, guys. As I said, I had my mom, my grandmother in town, so I was like, "Hey, you guys want to watch a movie?" They were here from Wednesday to Sunday, so you want to watch a movie? And my grandmother, one night she said I gave her option of ton of movies, and she likes westerns, so we watched Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, which is just this movie is just near perfection in my opinion. I love this movie so much, especially the ending. I won't give it away if somebody hasn't seen it, but I do highly suggest people watch this movie. And oh,
Chris doesn't know what he's got, you know?
yeah, he's living the dream. But yeah, so watch this. Loved it like I do every single time I watch it. It's a fantastic movie. And then my grandmother, a couple of nights later, I gave her another option. I said, "Well, what do you want to watch tonight, Mama?" And I gave her, I don't know, 10 more movies. I brought down a stack of movies, and she told me she was in a mood for a comedy. So I said, "Well, how about this? How about that? Blah, blah, blah." And we ended up watching one of my favorite movies, but my grandmother got super excited about this because I didn't know she loved this movie, but I'm glad we have this in common. Uncle Buck. We watched Uncle Buck. And this is another one of those movies I have watched this multiple times in a row. Like when I was younger and had like a cold or something like that, I'd watch it a couple times in a row. But this movie is just so good. It's so heartfelt. John Candy is a revelation in this movie.
This is the movie that basically made John Hughes build Home Alone around Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, that's exactly right. And there's, I mean, I don't know. This movie is just perfectly of the time. I love Uncle Buck too, Nani G. Yes, I agree, Tony. I saw it I saw it in the theater with my grandfather, and so it's fantastic. And that's back when kids were smart alecky, but they weren't smarter than the parents, but they thought they were smarter than the parents. Now all the kids are smarter than the parents, and the parents are stupid. So I like this era of movies the most. And John Hughes, I have to say it. John Hughes pretty much wrote my childhood. Most people of that era's childhood, so it was great. But, and then my grandmother wanted to watch an older movie, so we watched. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with the movie The Apartment with Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine, Fred McMurray?
I'm familiar with those actors and actresses.
Okay.
But
so
can't say I'm familiar with the movie.
This movie was it was released in 1960. And I'll be honest with you, I'd never seen this movie until the other night. And I was sitting there going, whoa, this was a thing back then. So this whole movie is about Jack Lemmon has an apartment in New York. Is it New York? I think it's New York. I can't remember. It could have been Chicago. But anyway, and he works at this company where there's tons of employees, and all of these high-level executives take their mistresses over to his apartment to have affairs. And
nice.
I'm like, what? So Shirley MacLaine, Shirley MacLaine's one of the mistresses, and also Jack Lemmon has his eye on her. And this will tell you how old it was. She ran the elevator, like they had elevator operators in this place. So anyway, she is upset that the guy won't leave his wife, so she tries to kill herself, and it gets real serious from there. But this movie was one of those movies that, yeah, controversy for its time. Exactly. The Apartment. Yeah. Very, very good film, Nani G, but very, very controversial. I did not realize that the subject matter was so heavy. The one thing I got tired of is they kept saying, "Hey, buddy boy, yeah, buddy boy, come here, buddy boy." Oh, Arrow. Okay, so Basement Blues Tony has a nice box set for the apartment from Arrow Video. So Arrow does do really nice box sets. So I might actually pick that up for my grandmother if it's still available. Is it still available, Tony? But anyway, the only thing that really took me out of the movie was, "Hey, buddy boy, what are you doing, buddy boy?" They kept saying, it's buddy boy. And they just kept saying it throughout the whole movie. So that became the quote of the weekend. "Hey, buddy boy." Yeah, buddy boy. And they would slap their hands together like that. But yeah, it was kind of taken aback by the fact that was a thing back in the 60s, because you think about the 50s, 60s being such a, the greatest generation kind of thing and whatnot. So a little before that, which these people were old enough to be of the greatest generation in that movie. So anyway, I watched another movie, but I won't talk about it here. I'll do a review of The Thief over on Criterion Corner. I will say this: I just ordered the soundtrack on vinyl. Mondo had a special edition, so I'm going to review both of those on Criterion Corner. So,
Nice.
Have you guys picked up any physical media this week?
I bought 3 records.
What'd you buy?
I don't have 2 of them yet. I bought Eminem Curtain Call. I bought Wonder Woman, the
Wonder
score,
Woman,
and Dark Knight score.
Okay, cool.
So looking
Brandon?
forward to the Dark Knight specifically.
Yeah, that should be cool. How much was the Dark Knight?
I found one for, I think I got it for $35.
That's not too bad. It's pretty regular.
Yeah.
Brandon?
I mean, I did get a few vinyl releases. Just trying to think.
Vinyls?
I got well, nothing movie related though. I don't think I got anything movie related. So
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, do you want to say what vinyl you purchased?
the one I got today, I got Coulter Wall today.
Brandon's like, I went ahead and got the Creed discography.
I wish
It was $4,000.
I do want it. I got Coulter Wall, got one of his self-titled album today. And did I get something? I got the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. So I guess that's movie related.
Cool.
Significant Other.
Yeah.
Got it. Excited about that.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I too bought a vinyl, and I bought 1989 Danny Elfman Batman score, and it comes on teal vinyl.
It's a pretty one. I like it.
This is one of those. I was lucky to have this cassette when I was a kid. My uncle was involved in this movie, and he sent me the cassette before it was out to the public. And I thought I was like special. I thought Batman knew who I was, so on and so forth.
I haven't had a chance to show this. Thanks, Al.
Nice.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Does it sound good?
It's great. It does sound
Yeah?
great. It's
Okay,
hilarious.
good.
The music's just hilarious. It just brings you back.
It is. I can remember listening to that at Blockbuster Music. That tells you how long ago that came out.
Everybody that I've told about this, they all, like, to a T, they're all, oh, I have the cassette for that.
Yeah. Any good soundtracks out there, folks, that you would want on vinyl? We're trying to get together a show. We won't tell. We're trying to get some guests lined up right now for a show to talk about vinyl soundtracks. So let us know if there's any soundtracks you'd like for us to kind of look into, or soundtracks that kind of inspired you over the years. But this particular 1989 Batman, I used to set all my zip lines and all that stuff for my toys, and I'd play with the music, and I'd just go around the house playing with that, and then we had to listen to the cassette in the car, and then I would take the
Al's
cassette out of the
ziplining all over the
car.
house.
Yeah, yeah. I had like 5 Batman figurines from that movie, and so anyway, yeah, this was a great listen the other day when I got home. I was very excited. Now I took my mom out to the store that we like, Comeback Vinyl, and I had every intention of buying my mom some records because we listened to vinyl growing up, and she still has a lot of it. And she actually brought me a couple of my old records from when I was a kid, and I had every intention. I was like, I'm gonna buy my mom some records. Footloose and Top Gun are good soundtracks.
When I was watching that Val documentary, they played some of that Top Gun score. I was like, man, this would be good on vinyl.
I'm sure it'll come back out when the second movie comes out. So
true.
So yeah, so I went in and I was like, I'm gonna be a good son. I've got this money set aside just for my mom's record store. And my mom was like, I just don't need anything. I just don't want anything. And I was like heartbroken and sad. So I mean, I was still gonna buy myself some stuff as well, but I bought this and some Cure out. I pretty much got the Cure anthology at this point. So I've got to get 2 more albums, I think, to get the records that I really want of the Cure. So pretty excited. And yeah, so haven't purchased any movies since the Criterion sale went off. Still waiting on Nobody to go on sale. For crying out loud, that movie is expensive for what
real.
You know. Yeah.
One day. She will be yours,
Yes,
Al.
IG. It's a great soundtrack.
She will be yours.
The movie. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Anything else we want to talk about here before we get out of here? Well, I guess, Ryan, you want to tell everybody where they can find us again?
Talk about what's releasing this week.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
You always you
they
seem to have
are.
a vendetta about this section.
I just don't
You
care about
seem
any of these
to,
movies coming out.
Well, it's a segment. We do it, okay? You have to deal with it, all right? All right. I made the graphic, and I'm going to show it.
We're going to use
We're
it.
using it, okay?
So, releasing this week, all theatrical releases as far as what we're going to highlight. I never saw the first Don't Breathe. Did any of you see the first one?
No.
I did
No.
not know.
I could have swore that, Al, you would have saw the first one. I don't know why, but it felt like something that would have been you would have latched onto. But yeah, that one's coming out theatrically, as is Free Guy, which I am interested in.
We'll probably, Katie and I will probably end up seeing that. She wants to see that one in theaters.
Yeah. And then the Aretha Franklin biopic, Respect, is also coming out. So what was that, Albert?
I was about to say one of the most recent new releases that everybody keeps talking about and everybody keeps saying you need to see it is Pig. And I think I'm going to end up renting it this week if anybody's interested in watching. Would you guys out there be interested in us doing a Pig review? Because people are raving about this movie.
Yeah, if you rent it, I'll watch it.
Yeah, so I will probably be doing that this week. So I'll schedule a date to where you can watch it where it doesn't go to waste. So, but no, I'm pretty. I wanted to go find a theater to watch that one, but just everything was over an hour away and in the wrong direction, you know. So just watch that one at home. So
Weird. I wouldn't mind seeing that too. But if out of these releases, the one that I would say I'm interested in would be Free Guy. So
yeah, 90G, that's great.
I don't know.
I
I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. But Ryan, if you do see it, you report back and let us know.
Will do.
Yeah, how long that, because that was one of those movies that was supposed to come out during the lockdowns, right? And then it just got postponed.
Yeah,
The only
Seems
movie
to have
that did
been-
a great job of marketing the fact that it kept getting pushed back.
Yeah, the marketing around it's great. It's just not my thing, so I'm not going to be seeing it. But I mean, that's one thing about Ryan Reynolds. He's really got
yeah.
whoever does his marketing for him is doing a great job. So
Indeed. All right, Ryan. Now you can do socials.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm
Good Lord.
Looking at Al's face the whole time, just waiting for it. Hit the subscribe button here on
That's pretty
YouTube and the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all our videos. We do this show weekly at 9 o'clock. And also follow us on Instagram at CiNEMACHiNE and we have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/CiNEMACHiNE. Appreciate all the support we get. Nani's a patron. We appreciate her support.
Thank you, Nani.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Again,
Thank you.
Brandon and I have never
if
seen a
anybody knows
dollar.
of good internet service, let me know because I'm desperate.
We said whenever you dropped out a while ago, we are going to start crowdfund to get all of Royston good, like fiber, so that you could have good internet. That's what we're going to do. So
I appreciate it.
We're here for
Every
you.
little bit helps.
Yeah, it does. Well, folks, we want to thank you so much for tuning in to yet another CiNEMAChine. I know that from the bottom of our hearts, we love you.
Speak for
Absolutely.
yourself now.
Enjoy the weekend, good people. Yeah, enjoy your weekend too. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to try to watch more and more movies. We're going to try to do more one-off reviews here and there as they do come out, and as we're able to get out to the theaters or stream them ourselves. Please let us know in the comments or anywhere on the social that Ryan just talked about if there are movies in particular you're wanting us to review. I think Nani, at some point, we're going to have to review a movie you like because you've been a pretty steady
No doubt.
patron. So we thank you all so much. And until next time, watch many, many movies, and we'll see you on the next CiNEMAChine.